Right, we have some new drawer decorations. And most importantly, oh yeah, and they're the biscuits I've mostly already had. Oh, and the wings as well. Hooray. Right guys, in today's video I'm doing a tier list of all the Gemium plants in Plant vs Zombies 2. For the uninitiated, Gemium plants are those that you buy with gems. They've changed them over the years, like how you get them and all that stuff, but in this current form, these are all the Gemium plants and I'm ranking them right here, right now. Also, yep, you might have seen that I've changed intro a bit, so let me know what you think of the new version. And yeah, so here we are. This time I'm doing it just adding them on the tier list rather than having it already made, just because there's only 14. And the nice part about that specific number is it takes up exactly one line on here. As you can see, I've got them all up here. I could have just done a Gemium plants tier list actually, just dedicated to those, but whatever. So these are the 6 tiers I've got. It's taken from my adventure plants tier list really. Leveling's factored in and they're also going to be ranked within their tiers, which I don't usually do, but since there's not that many I thought I would this time. Alright, first up, Ghost Pepper. Ghost Pepper is a plant I've never been the biggest fan of. We'll come to lava guava later, but I feel like those were similar in that they're basically instant kills that don't really kill instantly, you know, they take like 10 seconds to kill like a buckethead for example. But I still think she's pretty damn good. I think she can be defeated by a handful of zombies, but most of them just go through her, or she go through them, depending on how you want to look at it. Overall, I think she's very solid. Probably going to go in amazing tier. Or, I mean, I just said very solid, but probably amazing. Let's go amazing, yeah. Peanuts, though. Some people would say this is the worst premium plant. I'd probably say second worst. He seemed like he should be such a good plant on paper, though. He's a pea shoot from walnut into one. He recharges quicker than walnut, so you can plant him more often. His sound cost is in between the two. It's great for saving up space. But then there's a few things up with that. First of all, when he gets degraded, he only shoots one head. So, like, he's attacking half as fast. Obviously, a lot of counters to defensive plants anyway. No synergy with Torchwood. Yeah, I think it's a great idea that wasn't executed very well. Also, he's sort of screwed over by being introduced in Dark Ages, in which, you know, jesters exist. Peanut's one saving grace is its synergy with Reinforcement, which is busted as hell, but one combo isn't enough to get it up. I think I'll go mid though. I still wouldn't say he's straight up bad, there is only one that I would say he is, and we'll come to him later. Or, well, I just gave away the gender, didn't I? Havocale, busted. Yeah, this plant has always just been such a clutch plant to me. I think he's kind of underrated. So many situations that he can deal with. Flying zombies, Havocale. Someone got to the back of your lawn quickly, Havocale. Need to get someone back, yeah. Unlike most other ice plants, his lack of synergy with fire isn't really much of a drawback, because the pushback is what you want. The chilling's just like a nice bonus on top of it. I'm not sure if I'd say he's better than Blover. I personally prefer him over Blover. But obviously that's irrelevant since Blover's not a Gemium. Also just realised this template says last modified in 2019. But thankfully all the ones I need are here. Squash is also going unbusted. I will preface this by saying if levelling doesn't count, he'd probably be in the low end of amazing, but the fact he gets an extra smash is just so OP. He can solo a Gargantua, since returning to his place counts as another smash. Even if you discount levelling, he's still like a really good instant kill plant, like with no real weaknesses, doesn't need arming time, works on pretty much every zombie. He doesn't guarantee a kill on all of them like Chili Bean does. I'm pretty sure there's some that can tank Squash, but he can tank so much more. Yeah, it's just like a handy single kill plant. I can see why he's premium for so long. The only real drawback is more of a nuisance if anything. In fact, he prioritises zombies behind him rather than in front of him, so he can often get the wrong one in a situation like that. Sweet Potato though. You probably know that I'm not the biggest fan of this plant if you've seen my really old videos, where I absolutely slated her and one of the others upcoming on here. Sweet Potato is an interesting idea like Diversion, but I've never found Diversion to be that useful. I've always hated Garlic, and Sweet Potato is probably the better out of the two, especially since they nerfed their sun cost, because 300 sun, don't f***ing think so. I'd say definitely better than Peanut. It's either lower decent or higher mid. I'm probably going to go higher mid. Also, I still don't really think I know what a plant food does, to be honest. Homing Thistle, solid. Just a very solid multi-lane attacker. It's useful to plant at the beginning of level so you can cover all 5 lanes. So you can save on Summer Bee even if it costs, I think, 250 to plant. Like, just use a stall and you can get that pretty quickly. It's It's not the most powerful thing in the world, as plant food is not the most reliable thing ever. But it's just a really good support line, and I guess you can use them as your main one. Jalapeno, amazing. Head of Ghost, yeah. People are going to disagree with me in this, I'm putting him over Ghost Pepper. The biggest comparison is to my boy Cherry Bomb, and Cherry Bomb's the better one since 3x3 area is usually more useful than taking out a whole lane, but there's a lot of situations where taking out a whole lane is great. He costs less as well, you know, 25 sun difference, all the difference in the world. I've gone lower than Hurricane though, just because Hurricane recharges quicker. I do remember back in the day when this plant became Gemium. I can't remember if I got him the first time round or through the second one, but I was so happy when I think he's Gemium from limited time and it's like, oh, I've always wanted this plant, finally I can get him. I was the same with Tortured and a couple of others. Imitator as well, who I do have, because he was also temporarily available for gems, and unlike the aforementioned ones, he's not been permanently made into Gemium. Now, Kiwi Beast, the one that actually did become Gemium after being premium for so long. I'm going to say, yeah, decent. He's quite divisive. I was surprised that Creeps ranked him so high, especially because he put Hypno so low despite the fact they both have the same disadvantage, i.e. not being good against non-eating zombies. I think when Kiwi Beast was first Gemium, it was like, haha, nobody used him anyway because he sucks, and he's not that bad. I think it takes a while to get him going, but like they can't really go through him when eating him to make him grow. But I do find often he gets eaten a little too quickly on the third stage for my liking, and then you've got to start again, which I just find more annoying than anything. The whole thing about him being bad against non-eating zombies, while it's true, I think people exaggerate that quite a lot. There's not really that many levels in the game which are absolutely full of non-eaters. And also you can plant food him to make him grow to his bigger stage immediately. I mean, he can still get countered by ones that instantly destroy plants, but stuff like punk zombies you can still have some use against, even if you can't eat them, if you get them in the full grown stage, yeah. And now, Electric Current. Yeah, the one and only in the bottom tier. It sucks because I really liked him when he first came out. I didn't use him that much, but I thought he had such a cool gimmick. The Electric Current, like, Epic Quest was a lot of fun, especially with that Wild West level with the minecart stuff. I played that in Reflashed as well, great fun. And it's a cool idea. He did have the disadvantage of being vulnerable where he was actually planted, which you have to use Garlic with him, who sucks. Then they buffed him so he could, like, repel zombies himself, and it's like, oh, okay, that sorts everything out. Yes, this guy's really good now. Like, not overpowered, but still pretty damn good. And then they nerfed him so he can only repel one zombie, and if I'm not mistaken, zombies can hit the fence and then get diverted into lanes with him, which is completely counterproductive. Also, it used to be pretty much guaranteed that chickens couldn't get past his fence, but now they can, so that infamous level's a lot harder now, and yeah, unfortunately he's pretty bad. Fire Pea Shooter, busted. People do disagree with my high rating of Fire Pea a lot. Once again, part of it is due to leveling, since her stats scale really highly with leveling, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I was going to wear my hat throughout this video and I forgot. Low. So I'll do that now. Yeah, I don't care if it's visually inconsistent. Granted, back when I leveled her up quite a lot, there weren't nearly as many premium plants, so there's a greater chance of her coming up in pinatas and stuff. So I did have a bit of an advantage there. She does a hell of a lot of damage with only a couple of levels. Can shoot plasma peas as well. And the plant food is like a makeshift jalapeno. People will pit her up against Repeat, so I'd give her the edge still due to being cheaper and the plant food being better, but since they buff Tortured, Repeat has become more useful. But yeah, I'd still say 5p is the best out of those. But yeah, I'd still say 5p is a bit better. Ever since Snapdragon got buffed so he could heat plants, the arguments I've seen is that, oh, why use 5p shooter over Snapdragon when you already have him by the time you got to Frostbite Caves? Well, I think that's apples and oranges, because Fire Pea Shooter is a full range plant, Snapdragon is just close range. I don't see why you plant a Snapdragon at the back to heat the plants around him there, when you're not making the most of his attack. When you could use Fire Pea Shooter, who warms plants around her at the back and just attacks like normal. Sapling. Yeah, I didn't realise until the last couple of years how much people glade this plant, so much he's practically a ghost pepper. Now, what can I say? People fap to stallers, eh? Yeah, I've trashed this guy quite a lot. It's probably a bit harsh, but the thing is, I'd see the point of him, but I'd never use him. He just takes up space in the back lanes where you want your attackers and / or some producers to go. If I want a permanent slow, I'd use Snopey or someone that can actually attack. If I want a staller, I'll just use Stunyon, Stoolia, Iceberg Lettuce. They did improve him with the Sun Cost nerf though, so I'll put him ahead of Kiwi Beast. Lava Guava. Yeah, we'll go ahead of Homing Thistle for solid. I really liked him when he first came out. I kind of stopped using him eventually. I think I had gone with gems quite quickly because yeah, you could get gems quite easily back then. Interchangeable with the other standard insta-kill, but he's got area of effect as well, so it's nice to use him to take out Buckhead and then splash out the brown coats around him. Just like with Ghost Pepper though, he's an insta-kill that doesn't kill quickly, so if you need one in case of emergency, he's probably not the one. His plant food as well I always find quite difficult to use, because you sort of need to do it near the back most of the time, so it doesn't get triggered. But you've probably already got stuff back there anyway. Hypno Shroom will go lower solid. You guys probably know how I feel about this guy. I always found him underrated. Plant vs Zombies wiki editors hate him. Even though I'm an editor on there myself now, so I can change those strategies. Yeah, he's actually improved from Plant vs Zombies 1 since he's got such a good plant food, you know, creates a gargantua. What's not to love about that? Not good against non-eaters, but just don't use him against non-eaters. It's not rocket science, guys. Color Power kind of outclass him, but 1, she's a fully monetary plant, and 2, her plant food is not nearly as good as Hypno Shroom's in my opinion. And it's like, if you think about it, it's an insta-kill that allows the zombie to like keep on killing others. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it isn't, but overall, yeah, I really like him. I'd say he's probably in my top 5 favourite Gemiums, if not top 3. And objectively, I think he's middle of the pack. Who isn't middle of the pack though? The final one, Shrinking Violet. Well, save the best until last, literally, because this is the best Gemium plant. Reduces zombies' health, disables a lot of special effects, makes their bite slash attack slash whatever less powerful. The plant food is busted as hell because it shrinks every single zombie on the lawn. I don't use them all that much. I think it's a her, actually. I don't use them all that much. I don't know why, to be honest. Maybe it's because she's a bit too cheesy. Whenever I do, yeah, she wreaks havoc. Alright, that's my Gemium plants list. Get this to, I don't know, should we say 4,000 views and then I'll do the premium plants? Or do I rank them from worst to best? Who knows? Yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think of this list. Please give me a subscribe, leave a like on the video, share with all your Plant vs Zombies buddies. And me and the Wolf Plush will see you soon.